I've been asked to show you how I make my ribbon roses for putting on presents. You can put them on picture frames and you can make them different sizes. All you need is some ribbon, usually about 2 inches, but you can go up to 4 inches. Anything smaller than this and it's quite fiddly, so I'd avoid that. You need a pair of scissors and you need a couple of thin strips of ribbon. If you do have some florist tape, then you could always quite easily make a stem with that. So to start the ribbon, and that's the ribbon we're going to be making, you need about 1 metre of ribbon. If it's wired, that can be easier, just depends how dexterous you are with your fingers. And all you do is you start off with it on a flat surface and then fold it down just to make a triangle, just leaving a little tail. Okay, then the next one you bring down so that you can now see a triangle, and then every time you do a quarter turn and just keep hold of the fabric. This fabric is quite slippy because it's silk. Obviously if it's a florist ribbon it won't be as slippy on the table. And then all you're doing is taking the ribbon and folding it corner to corner. So now I'm almost making like a square or a rectangle. I'm turning it again for the quarter turn and again folding it corner to corner. And you're going to repeat this process until you've got approximately 4 folds on each side. And this is a relatively cheap, inexpensive gift that you can decorate presents with. I've actually made some smaller ones and stick them on photo frames. You can colour coordinate them. You can add a pin on the back and you can have quite a nice brooch, or you can add them to handbags. Or if you don't want to pay for a dozen red roses on Valentine's Day, you could make some Valentine ribbon roses, and that's much more personal because you've made them yourself. You don't have to have 4 folds. If you did 2 folds on each side and then did the rose, you would end up with something a bit like a rosebud. If you wanted a fuller flower, you could carry on and do maybe 6 folds or 8, but the more folds you have, the more fiddly it is to try and keep all the fabric together. You have to keep a really firm hold of the fabric and all the folds together. You're going to use your finger and underneath, just keeping everything tightly together, pinched together, you're going to put your finger through the bottom hole in the centre. Okay, and then bring the layer down and you're going to put your finger through the next hole. Bring the layer down and put your finger through that hole. And then the top layer, you're going to bring your finger like that. So I've got my finger through all 4 layers. Okay, switch to holding the material. I'm left-handed, so you'll be doing it the opposite way. Get your top bit of fabric, ribbon, just squiggle it round a few times, and then you're going to pull it through to the bottom. Not all the way. You can see that's the top bit. And now I'm just pulling a little tail. Don't pull too hard or you'll pull everything through. Then just gently, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start turning the same way, just keeping a little bit of an eye on the layers, not pressing too hard, not pulling down too much, and you'll start to see the rose forming in front of your eyes. And get one of your thin bits of ribbon. You may need somebody to help you with this. And then you're going to tie a double knot there, which can be cut off afterwards. And then almost like scrunch your ribbon, be quite rough with it. And then just tweak it. And there you go.